Hi, everybody. I would like to take a few minutes of your time to talk about our syllabus. And to do that, I want to first of all make sure that you know that this is for the graduate students that are in our class. I think we have a couple of them. And so what we'll be doing with this syllabus is it will specifically talk about what the requirements are for the graduate students so that you can receive graduate credit. So the beginning of the syllabus is all this nifty information about course description and standards alignment. The outcomes for the class. For me, the biggest outcome will be for you to be able to use the material we learn in this class in your classroom to see that you're really doing technology integration and that technology becomes a part of your everyday classroom. That's really the take home, and that you're using it in a way that you're really looking at student outcomes and student learning. So the first piece of this we want to look at is what you'll need in terms of materials. So the first is the book by Caitlin Tucker, Blended Learning in Grades 4 to 12. I haven't ordered it through the bookstore, but you can get it through Amazon or any online resource that you have. You can download it as a Kindle book. You can get a used copy. 2012 is the only edition. I like it a lot because she has a lot of great resources, and I really like using it in conjunction with her website, which is a fantastic resource as well. You'll also need to download the ISTE standards and the Massachusetts Curriculum Framework. Have those available to you. You can either download them or have them bookmarked on your devices. As a graduate student, you'll be expected to be using peer-reviewed articles in the work that you're doing. So you'll want to use, I would recommend using the Maxwell Library. They have fantastic resources available for free for you as a student at BSU. You'll also need to create a web page, and to do that, you'll probably want to use Weebly or Wix. The WordPress and Google sites seem to work for people as well. I've had the most success with my students with Weebly and Wix. You'll have specific requirements for that, and there will be a checklist on Blackboard for graduate students that will say what is required in your website. Also, you'll be required to create a professional Twitter and Instagram account. These are my Twitter and Instagram accounts, and so I'd ask that you follow me. You can use your personal one if you want to, but I think as a teacher you should have something separate from your own personal stuff. You don't necessarily want people looking at, like, your celebrations, your family celebrations, and that kind of thing. It just keeps it more private. Okay, so these are our assignments for graduate students. There is the threaded discussion, which is really, to me, at the heart of this class. And you'll see why as I go through it. It's really how we'll be communicating with each other throughout the course. You'll be required to create a website. You'll have a professional development presentation. And this is what really distinguishes your work from the work of undergraduates, because you'll be expected to have this. It'll be part of your website, and it'll be something that you can present to your principal if you're teaching now, or to your superintendent, as something that you could present to teachers as an online option for them. And it will distinguish yourself as a technology expert in your district. You'll also create a technology integration plan, which hopefully you'll be able to use throughout your year, throughout the upcoming year, and at whatever grade level you teach at. And we'll go over that in detail as well. Attendance and participation really is included in this grading, and really is when we talk about this threaded discussion, because you'll need to be on that as much as possible. So the threaded discussion begins with your introduction. So you'll see on Blackboard that I've posted my introduction along with a link to a video introduction to me, which is not fancy or very professional looking, but it is there. And I'd like you to do the same. There are instructions on what I expect in it. Really just 3 to 4 minute introduction to who you are, what you bring to the class, what you hope to get out of the class, how you use technology, that kind of thing. Nothing fancy. Just let us get to meet you. I will post, so that's what the work will be this week, is to create that introduction and respond, read other people's introductions as well. You'll, on the 28th, I'll be posting the first discussion topic. It'll be based on the reading that we've done up until that point. You'll need to respond to that discussion topic and then respond to a colleague's discussion topic. So one of the other students respond to theirs as well. I'll do that again the second week and after the second week, and then starting in the third week, at the end of the third week, on 610 or 618, you'll need to be participating in the student-led threaded discussion. And I'll explain that a little bit further. So we'll kind of go back and forth between these two areas. So the students will post an introduction that will include your video introduction. I'll post 2 threaded discussions. They'll be at the end of week 1 and week 2. You'll be expected to respond to my posting and to comment on at least one of your colleagues' responses. Each candidate will lead a threaded discussion. Now, your threaded discussion should include 3 resources. You'll notice that it's different from the undergrads. At least 2 of your resources in that discussion will be peer reviewed, and the other can be text or a video. You might want us to watch a video on the topic you're presenting on. Obviously, all of this should be accessible online. The threaded discussion may be on a topic of your choice, or you may choose from the following. And these are first come, first serve, and I'll be sending out an email very soon to everyone asking you to pick your threaded discussion. I'll send it out on the first day of class on Monday, I think. So you have drones in the classroom, makerspace, game-based learning, digital divide or digital gap, using social media in the classroom, STEM or STEAM and technology, technology in the primary grades, or a topic of your choice. You may pick something that you would be interested in discussing with the other students and really teaching us all about. So the next deliverable for you is going to be your technology website, and like I said, it's up on there's a checklist up on Blackboard. You will have a professional development plan that you will create. This also distinguishes you from the undergraduates. This should be a 30 to 45-minute session. It can be on any topic you want. You might want to talk about setting up Google Classroom, student projects using iMovie, using Kahoot, managing iPads, taking virtual field trips, whatever, or a topic of your choice. You may ask your principal or superintendent what would be a great topic for me to use, or you may do this in conjunction with an area that you already have of expertise. You will confirm the topic by email with me. Your professional development plan should include the following: an outline of the professional development session that you'll submit to me, a brief note on the importance of this PD that would go along with that outline. You'll see on Blackboard that there'll be 2 places for you to put this information. And then a third, and so the first place on Blackboard will be your outline. The second place will be where you upload your PD itself. Now, I would like you to do this in PowerPoint or Prezi, whatever, a slideshow, whatever you want, but it would have to have narration with it. So you can do it in screencast if you want. I will tell you that screencast only goes for 15 minutes when you get the free version. So you may either pay for the extended version, which is not a bad idea. You get 3 years for $30. Or you may do 3 videos, and when you do those 3 videos, because that would be about 45 minutes, you'll need to break them up so that it makes sense in terms of the PD. So really think about this and feel free to talk with me about it a little bit more. You should include in this some kind of hands-on activity for your students to do, and you'll also want to make sure that you have a bibliography as the last slide of your PD. So that is only for graduate students, and I think a very useful thing for you to have. You'll be uploading that to your website as well. You'll also have a technology integration plan, and what this will be is it'll be 7 to 10 pages long. Now, I don't want you to get think that this is a narrative of 7 to 10 pages. Really, what I want you to do is create a 7 to 10 page plan. So this could include charts and tables, maybe some narration. But what you want to do is it can be, if you're an elementary teacher, it can be in one subject area. So for example, as a fourth grade teacher, I taught math and reading, social studies, science, writing. But I would want it to be a plan for just one of those subject areas. So just your math plan for the year, how you're going to integrate technology, or half a year of math and then say half a year of science, how you'd integrate technology in math, and then in the second part, how you would integrate technology in science. Now, if you are a secondary teacher, you would just take one of the courses that you do and identify over the course of the year how you would integrate technology into that course. So for example, if you're a math teacher, you teach several different courses and you're just going to be teaching, you want to just do this in your Algebra 1 class that you teach during the year. That would be acceptable. You should have at least 10 technology integration activities in this plan. So they would be activities that go along with your the standards you're addressing, your curriculum for the year. And so you'll need to align these to the Massachusetts standards and the ISTE standards. That should be clear in your plan. These are not full lesson plans, but rather the integration activities. So you may have a full lesson plan on teaching poetry, but this will be the technology integration that you would use to teach poetry in your classroom. Remember, 10 activities over the course of a year. It needs to be clear what grade and what subject areas that you're teaching and the standards that you're addressing. Now, if we can just briefly go over what the schedule will look like. We're going to start a day early, sort of. I mean, I don't expect you really to go on until the 22nd, but I mean, I'm doing this on the 20th. I'll post it on the 21st so you have it available for you. And all the materials will be up there for you so you can get this start nice, bright and early on Monday morning. Week 1, we'll be looking at the ISTE standards. Week 2, we'll be looking at models of technology integration. Week 3 is going to be focused on differentiated learning. Week 4, we'll look at assessment. And week 5, we'll take a look at all of these different areas. It's going to be quite jam-packed. Some of them we'll have talked about previously, but at least we'll get some time to read about them, watch some video on how they're used. What you'll be responsible for is all of this material in here. You'll notice that in a couple of areas I've put where grad students are need to be available to answer questions. I will email you if I have any other areas that I'm interested that I would like you to do extra reading on, or something that I think would be of particular interest to you. This comes up again in week 3. I have extra chapters for you to read as well in the text. I think you'll like the text a lot. It's a real teacher-friendly book. I think that's it. This is the rubric I use for grading the threaded discussions. If you have questions, please contact me. Please note in Blackboard you'll need to sign up for Remind, which is a way for us to text each other with some privacy attached to that. But I would very much like you, and you're required to sign up for that as well. If you have questions, remind me, send a remind, send an email. I'm pretty good at getting back fairly quickly. So I hope this was helpful. And again, if you have questions, let me know, and I'll talk with you soon.